write a program to input enrollment number and marks of student.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Oh, no. I'm just typing out in the chat box itself.
Oh, okay.
Print the highest and the lowest marks. Okay. Okay. The first question I'm giving you, just as a kind of practice only. Okay. You have to input these two details from user. You have to input the enrollment numbers, number of N students, and also the marks. Okay. We'll be creating an array for that, and you have to print the information of the student who has the highest and the lowest marks. Okay. Just a kind of practice. Let us see if you can try to implement array on your own or not. That is what I wanted to see. Okay, then we can move on to more complex arrays. First, you must be able to implement simple arrays on your own. Okay, then we can go a bit more advanced arrays. You have to open your editors and start typing the first program. Okay. Hello, you all are with me, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
मैम
Yes.
मैम मैं अभी करना है
Yes. Abhi. I just wanted to see if you remember array from the last class or not. Okay.
Okay ma'am.
So you must know how to implement. No, so you try it once. Any queries I'll help you out. But let's do one program. Then we can move on with different programs. Are you able to create the arrays in this program? You have to create 2 arrays, right? And even n, okay, so in the size of the n, in place of n, you will be mentioning in the size parameter in the array, in the square brackets, you can mention the input n from user, okay? Yes, good. If you are able to just input, and then we can find the logic of how to find this. But first, you should be able to input it properly. Yes, are you able to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Can you share your screen?
I'm still doing.
Okay, you are still doing. Okay, fine. But if input, if you are able to do, then I can help you out with the next logic. Okay. So try to write a program and input the values from user. Oh yes, of course, Pima. What you need to do is you need to make two arrays here. Okay. The first array will store the enrollment number of students, and second array will store the marks of the students. Okay. In both these arrays, you have to take input of enrollment number and marks from user. All right. What you need to do is after the input is done, you have to print the student enrollment number who is having the highest and lowest marks.
Ma'am, can you give me some more time because my editor is not responding. Like,
Yes, of course, no problem. Even I'll perform the program here also. If people are facing problem, I'll share my screen and do it. No worries.
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. I just want you to try because you should be able to. If one two lectures are gone, then you must be able to at least implement array. That's all.
मैम डायरेक्ट टोटल मार्क्स शीट डालना है ना एक स्टूडेंट के
Total? Can you repeat that?
एक स्टूडेंट के सिर्फ टोटल मार्क्स ही डालना है ना पर
Yes.
सब्जेक्ट नहीं
No, not per subject. Only total marks you are entering.
ओके मैम
Of 100 you are entering. If you're not able to figure out the logic of it, you talk to me, okay? Raise your hand, I'll help you out in the question. I'll solve it from scratch. I'll give you the logic, okay, how to do it.
Ma'am, I'm done with your program. Can you please check the logic?
Yes, share the screen, yes. Okay, so we have taken input of roll number. Good, marks. Okay, good. Okay, you are assigning the first value itself to h. Then you are checking for the minimum. If it is less than, then you are okay. And same for high and low both. Okay, fine. Yes, correct. And to print the lowest marks, you are okay. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Done. Very good. Yes. Is anybody facing any issues? You can talk to me. If you're not comfortable to frame the logic, then also talk to me, okay? Vidhi, shall I give you one more question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So next question, try to given an array, okay, given a temperature array or something, okay. Try to record try to count the number of negative temperatures, number of positive temperatures, okay, in the city, and also try to count the number of zero temperatures in the city. Means you just have to count the positive, negative, and zero values, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, anybody facing any issue in the first question, you can tell me, you can talk to me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Can you demonstrate the code, ma'am?
Can you repeat that?
Can you demonstrate the code, ma'am?
You cannot understand the question? Okay, no problem. I'll share my screen with you. Wait, I'll explain it to you, okay? Are you able to see my screen, Pima?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know, your voice is coming too low.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, yes. So what you need to input, you need to create two arrays, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, first array, say for example, number of students n is equals to 4. Okay, then in the first you need to store the enrollment number. Say for example, enrollment numbers of the students are this. Okay. And in another array, you have to store the marks these students have got. Okay. So you have to create two arrays, one for enrollment number and one for the marks, right? So you know how to create the array, right? You know how to create the array in Java, right? To create the array, what do we do? If it is enrollment number, integer type, right? We create the array like this. Is it correct, Pima?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And for marks, we create two arrays, right? Then we have to input these values from user. So these values that I have written over here, you have to input these values from user. To input the values, you will require a loop, right? Because there can be different number of values, no? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll take a loop that starts from 0 and runs till the length, the size of this array, and we can input values from user. To input, if you are inputting integer from user, then you will mention here scan.nextInt, right? NextInt is the function to input integers from user, right? Yes, Pima? Yes. And when to input the first record, whatever numbered record I'm inputting, I'll share it, I'll put it inside here. Why? Because 0, no, first it is 0. So it inputs the first record. Then it increments itself by 1. And now it inputs the another record, second record. Increment by 1, third record. Are you getting it? They automatically run the loop and input the records. Now, in the same loop itself, you can input the values of marks also, right? Are you getting this? You can print here that input enrollment number, okay? And we can also print one more string here. You can print that input marks. The user knows what you are entering, right? Now entry is done. Now you have to begin with your actual logic. What is the logic? You have to find the highest and lowest, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any idea for that? How do you find it? Any idea?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I want you to frame that logic on your own. I'll help you out in here. See, I'll help you out in here. If you want to find the highest and lowest of all the numbers, okay, in a given record, right? Say, for example, we have 10, we have 20, we have 5, and we have 1, right? If you want to find the highest and lowest of all the numbers, you will start comparing each one of them. No, practically, if you see, you will compare, okay, 10 is actually bigger than 20. Sorry, 10 is less than 20. Okay, so 10 could be the lowest number. Let's take another one, 5. But no, actually 5 is less than 10. So 5 should be the lowest number. That you will think, mentally also, right? Then you will compare the next record, whether 5 is less than 1 or not. No, 5 is greater than 1. So 1 should be the lowest number, right? Like this will compare in mind. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Same way you will compare in program also. Whatever is the first record, okay, whatever is the first record, you put it in some variable X, right? In this case, 10 is your backup. You are going to compare 10 with all the other numbers in the array. Okay. So now you will compare that if your A of 1, right? If this is less than X, if this record is less than this one, then we should be comparing other records with this number itself. No, because this could be the benchmark for us, right? But 10 is the benchmark and 20 is not less than 10. So 10 stands as it is. Okay. Now you compare the next record. Is your another value, A of 2, less than X or not? Yes. 5 is less than 10. It is correct, right? Yeah. So henceforth your benchmark X should be replaced with 5, right? Because 5 is the value you'll be comparing the rest of your records with. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you are replacing your X with A of 2. Then you will again compare. Is A of 3 less than X? Is 1 less than 5? Yes, 1 is less than 5, right?
Yes,
Hence,
ma'am.
your benchmark should change to 1. So your benchmark is changing to A of 3. Are you getting? And as there are no elements left in the array, we are declaring that 1 is the smallest element, right? Yeah. So now just put this if statement. See, the same thing you are comparing in if every now and then. No. So you don't need to write these many if statement. you can just create a loop for that, right? You can create a loop for this. You can put it inside the loop like this. If you can just create a loop, right? In the for loop, you can put the condition here. If your a of I means a of 0, 1, 2, whatever you are comparing, if it is less than x, then only your x should change to a of I, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then at the end, you print your x, right? This is the logic. Yeah. Yes. Somebody is saying something. Getting error. Share your screen. Done campus program. Oh, very good. Yes. Manjwani, share your screen. I have to stop present. Okay. Panjwani, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes.
Unia. Ka. Nam. Na miss masilap so 10 minutes mo.
Ma'am.
Okay, yes, I can see your screen. Okay, you are inputting the numbers. Okay, scroll down. You are comparing I plus 1 with I. Okay, what is the error? Okay, at last. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I plus 1 will not exist, no, at last.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, Panjwani, you are see, what is the last iteration? If there are 5, if the size is 5, then the last record will be at 4. Am I right? The last record will be at 4th index.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now your loop is running till what number? 3.
Okay, got it. Yes, ma'am.
This I plus 1 will be an error, no?
यहाँ 4 आएगा फिर. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, at that time it will be an error. So you cannot compare 2 records like this. Or you can run your loop till length minus 1 if you want. That is fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, that is one solution. But let's see if we are getting a correct output or not. Because okay, see, you are comparing only consecutive values, so it will not work. The logic will not suffice because Panjwani, you are only comparing 2 numbers with itself, right? You are only comparing consecutive numbers. I
Yes.
and I1. What about other records?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about other records? If you are finding the smallest number between these 2 numbers, then that down to smaller number should be compared with other numbers also, no? Because you have to find the highest and lowest from the complete array, not just 2 numbers.
Okay, ma'am.
Are you
Got it.
getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you need to back up the smallest number in a separate variable and then compare that variable with all the others numbers in the array. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, but anybody getting any errors in the syntax of creating the array, in accessing the array, anything you can tell me, I can explain the whole program to you. Okay. Do you want me to do the program for you? Hello. See, people are sleeping in the class. You didn't have breakfast, you didn't have coffee or tea or something. Are you energized? Okay. Okay, shall I do the program for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No problem. Yes, I can do it for you. You just have to tell me. Okay, is my screen visible? Okay, let me present. It is not presentable. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you just, with mathematics only you can understand. There is no need to get into programming. Okay, given the array of numbers, how will you find which one is the lowest number? Mentally, can you tell me? Mentally you will think, no?
We check one by
11 is
one.
bigger than 0. You will check one by one, correct? You will check 11 is bigger than 0. Okay, 0 could be the smallest. Huh? Oh, let's check other numbers also. What about 3? No. 0 is the smallest yet. Okay. Oh, what about -1? If you compare 0 and -1 could be the smallest number. 0 is not the benchmark. No, -1 is the benchmark. What about 7? 7 is bigger than -1. So no, 7 couldn't be in the competition also. Okay. What about -8? -8. Oh, you are smaller than -1. So -1, you lost your position. -8 is in picture. Okay. What about 10? 10 is bigger than -8. No. You are not at all here. Okay. You are not in the competition at all. What about 2? -8 and 2. Oh, -8 is smaller than 2. So no, not for you. What about -2? -8 is smaller than -2 also. No, I'm not considering you also. What about -10? Yes, you are actually smaller than this. Okay, so I'll consider you. Okay. Henceforth, you are the benchmark. Are you seeing how I'm changing the benchmark for against all the other numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Are you seeing how I'm changing the benchmarks? Given an array, you will always change the benchmark. Even if it is the highest number, okay. Even if it is the highest number, what you will do? 10, are you the highest? Let me check with other numbers. Okay, 50 and 10. No, 50 is the highest. Oh, 10, you are not the highest. This is my benchmark. Now let us compare 50 and 112. Which one is the highest? 112, you are the highest one. You won the game. 50, you lost the game. Henceforth, 112 is the benchmark. What about 110? No. You are not in the competition at all. Huh? What about, I'll check the next number. I'll check the next number, 10. You are so small, not at all in the competition. What about 100? No, 112, you win the game because 100 is not in the competition. So who is the highest number? 112. Are you getting it? How I am explaining you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you were to put the same logic in practice, what will you do? Input and all that jugaad you can do. You know how to input the numbers. Okay. Once you have the array filled in your hand, what will you do? You will start comparing with this number itself. Okay. You will assume that this number, whatever is this number, is the highest or lowest number. If you assume that against this number, you can check all the other numbers and you can put a fight between these numbers. If it is 5, 6 or 10, 5, 7, 2, then you will assume that 6 is the smallest number and then you will compare 6 with 10. Then whatever is the smallest, you will compare it with next number like that. Okay. Assuming the first number is the smallest or highest number means you are assigning this number to a variable. Then you are checking. In the for loop, you are checking. Already first number is assigned here. No, I can start my loop with 1 itself because 0 is already given x. Okay, I can start my loop with 1. I will run till length of the array. I'll increment I by 1. I will check if is there any number next to this which is smaller? Is any current number in the array smaller than my benchmark? Then your benchmark has to change. Your benchmark will be your ith number which you are currently checking for. Okay, so what will happen? I will start with 1 always. It is going to compare 6 and 10. Who is smaller? 6 is smaller. So this condition will be false. Why? 10 is not less than 6. This condition is false. So 6 is still as it is. If condition false, this stands as it is. No change. Now 5s came. When 5s came, it is checking whether 5 is less than 6 or not. Yes, it is less than 6. Henceforth, change the benchmark with this new number. This will be overwritten by 5 now. Okay, 5 is your benchmark against which you are comparing all the rest of the numbers. Now again, you are reaching to 7. What about 7? 7? Oh no, 7 is not less than 5. No, you are not smaller. You are not in the competition. If is false, increment I by 1. 2 you are checking. What about 2? Oh, 2 actually you are smaller than 6. So your 2 will be assigned to x and this is replaced with 2 again. Henceforth the benchmark is 2, but this condition is false, so it terminates the loop. Hence x will have 2. Are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Are
Ma'am,
you
it's a
getting?
kind of swapping. Can we say that?
You are
Swapping
not
हो रहा है.
swapping the numbers. Actually, you are just backing up the number. It is not swapping. You are not swapping it. Swapping will happen in sorting. Whenever you will see the programs of sorting the numbers, no, you will actually swap these numbers over here. But here, what you are doing, you are just backing up the smallest number. That's it. Keeping one in hand. How shall I explain you? Keep this in hand. Keep it this in hand. Compare, compare, compare. Whoever is the smallest, change it. Not swap it, but allocate this to this. Overwrite it, not swap it. Overwrite this value with the new possible smallest value. Are you getting it?
Okay, ma'am.
Same for the highest. For the highest, you will just change this less than to greater than. That's it. Right? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay, okay. The logic is same only. The logic stands as it is. Will you be able to do it now on your own? Will you be able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Now, okay. Those who have done this question. Okay, yes, you can do it now. Good, good. Those who have done this question, I shall give you one more problem. Okay, I shall give you one more problem. Didi, let us do this question. Okay. Given, oh, very good. Okay, okay, good. Given two arrays, try to merge these two arrays in a single array. Okay, Nidhi, another question. Whoever has done this wala question, no. I'm giving you one more question. Given two arrays, try to merge them in a single array. Single third array, okay?
Ma'am,
Given
numbers
two
should
arrays
repeat
of
or not?
varied sizes.
Ma'am, repetitions are allowed or not? And it should be in sorted or that kind of any
Yes, you may
constant
add
are
it.
given or not?
Okay, Panchwani, what you have to do is, given two arrays, given array A, given array B, okay? Given two individual integer arrays of different sizes. One array could be of size 10, another array could be of size 5. Create a third array which is of size 15, okay? And copy all the elements of A and B in third array. Third array C should be the combination of both the arrays. See, once you're comfortable with manipulating arrays, single dimension array, you can go with multi-dimensional arrays, but you should be comfortable with 1D array. Then I can explain you what is 2D array and how to manipulate them. Only if you're comfortable with 1D array. Once you know how to do anything in 1D array, you are the master. Then you can go ahead with other different kinds of arrays. Are you able to do the first question? Simply put a loop, that's it. Okay, good, good, good. Yes. If you're not able to do, share your screen with me. I'll guide you, okay? Howdeep, are you able to do the first question? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Second question, are you able to do? Second question is recorded the temperatures of the city. Okay. Count the number of negative temperatures, count the number of zero temperature, count the number of highest temperatures. Okay. Positive temperatures. That is question number 2. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. People were facing problems in the first question of maximizing the output and minimizing that output. Raise your hand, I'll help you out, okay? Shall I type it out? Shall I type the program in my device and I show it to you? Okay, yes, yes. Why aren't you telling me then? Always tell me wherever you are. Then why are you telling? Why aren't you not telling me? See, are you able to see my screen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Right now we can see.
Okay, okay, okay. The same thing that I've put here, no? This for loop, the same thing I'm putting here, okay? I am starting. Okay, initially I have to create variable for storing the lowest. I don't know the benchmark that I have to create against which the other numbers will be checked. I'm assuming that the benchmark is the zeroth, the first variable, okay? The first value that you have stored. Now I'll compare all the values starting from 1 to the length of the array. I'll compare all these values, okay? All these values one by one. Mark my words. I'm starting with 1 only because first element is already backed up, no, in some variable. So you don't need to check this number against any number. You have to check from second number, third number, till the length of the array, okay? So what I am doing is I am starting my loop with 1. I will be reaching till the end of the array. And every time I want it to increment by 1 because first you are taking this element, then this, then this, then this, like that, okay? Then what I am doing next, I am comparing. What should I compare? I am comparing my current value with this value. If the current value is less than the benchmarked value, then benchmark, you have a problem with me. You are not the smallest value, you have to change. What should I change my benchmark with? I should change my benchmark with the current value that I'm comparing because that seems to be the small value than this. If benchmark is bigger than the current value, if this is 10 and benchmark is 6, if 10 is bigger than 6, then there is no point in changing the benchmark because 6 is smaller than 10, okay? If in this array, this is 6, this is 10, 2 and 1. Currently, you are storing this a of 0 into some variable x, okay? Benchmark, you are comparing now with 10. If 10 is less than benchmark, this condition is false. So 6 should be the benchmark henceforth. So no change. See, 10 is less than 6, condition is false, nothing will happen in this loop, okay? Now I increments, I becomes 2. When I becomes 2, we are here. This is I0, I1, I2, I3. We are here when I is 2. When I is 2, you are comparing. Is 2 less than x? Means is 2 less than 6? Yes, this condition is true. If this condition is true, 6, you have a problem with me. X shouldn't be 6. X should be 2 because 2, I have got a smallest number 2. All right. So if this condition is true, inside that loop, what are you doing inside that condition? What are you doing? You are assigning this 2 to x. You are overwriting 2 with x. Okay. Again, increment I by 1. Henceforth, x will be 2. When you increment I by 1, I will be 3. Now you are comparing, is 1 less than 2? A of 3 is less than x. Yes, the condition is true. So 2, you are not the smallest number anymore. I have an issue with you. You are not the smallest number. 1 should be my smallest number. So in this condition, if this condition becomes true, I'm replacing this 2 stored in x with the new value of marks, that is 1. So I'm replacing 2 with 1. Henceforth, x will have 1 only, and your loop exits. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
People, are you getting this? Okay. I am entering the enrollment number 1, 2. Okay. Let me enter. First marks is 20. Enrollment number 2. Second marks is 1. Enrollment number 3. Third marks is 50. Enrollment number 4. His marks is -9. Okay. See, the output is -9. Right? This is the smallest number. If you want to find the biggest number, same logic, just change this to greater than, right? Then we will compare for the biggest number, no, greater than. Are you getting it? Are you able to perform this now?
Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Oh, yes. I have to wait. Okay, yes, now you can share, yes.
Yes. Is it visible?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So, ma'am, can you read it? Shall I zoom it in a little?
No, I can read it. Okay. You have marks dot length. Correct. Okay. Oh, okay. See, the problem over here is that you have initialized marks 0 to x inside the loop. So, even if the benchmark is changing, do you see? On line number 8, you are changing, line number 18, you are changing the benchmark, right? Whenever
Yes.
you find the lesser value or bigger value, you are changing the benchmark. But again, when the loop restarts, when the loop is reiterating one more time, the x is getting replaced with marks of 0. So always marks of 0 will be the output here. Always.
So,
This-
what do I do then?
In line number 15, you are reinitializing the variable x again and again. That should
Yes.
be outside the loop, no?
Okay.
Same thing for y also. Yes, correct. Both will be outside the loop. Yes. And you are printing this SOP statement inside the for loop. Did you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, both the statements should be where? Outside the
Outside the
loop.
loop.
Correct. Correct, yes. Oh, wow, Vidhi, very good. Just 1 minute. I want to see your logic. Yes, Rishabh, run the program. I want to see the... No, Rishabh, I want to see the output. Oh, no.
Okay,
no.
ma'am. Okay. Wait a minute. I'll present it again.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes. Okay. Correct. Yes.
Yes, it is working.
Did you
It
get
is
what changes we did? Yes. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, no problem. Yes, Vidhi, you can share your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
For now, I have taken both the areas of same size.
Okay. What I want to see is how you are starting the next loop. That is what I want to see. You are starting from n and you are running it till 2 into n. Okay, because both are of same size. No, that is why. And then you are taking another variable j. Correct. This is what I wanted to see. You will need another variable j for passing through b, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Good. Yes, good to go. Very nice. Done. Very good.
Shall I run?
Yes, yes, I have seen the output. No need to run it
Okay.
again. Done that. Yes. Anybody facing any questions in the first question now? First question is clear. You should know how to. એકવાર તમારી પાસે એરે આવી જાય, એરેને મારી મચડીને આન્સર આવવો જોઈએ, તમને ફાવવું જોઈએ. That is done in question number 1. If you are comfortable with question number 1, then shift to question number 2. Question number 2 is count the negatives in an array, count the positives in an array, and count the zeros in an array. Are you all awake? Hello. Question number 1 is done. Who has done question number 1? Question number 1 is this minimum and maximum number. Who has done? Raise your hand. Manjuani has done. Yes. Rishabh has also done. Vidhi has done. Navadeep has also done first, right? Chinarayan done. Very good. Yes, yes. Yes, very good. Yash also. Very good. Then second question is count the number of positives, negatives and zeros in the array. Tushar, which question you are doing? Tushar, are you awake? Yes, yes. First.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
fine.
I'm doing.
Yes, yes, yes. Another Tushar, Tushar Sethia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are you doing? Which question you are doing now?
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, yesterday I have told you I'm not in I'm out of station, so I will be by home by 12. So I will start doing
Okay.
by 12.
Okay,
I
okay,
cannot
okay.
do
No,
that.
no problem. Yes, yes, yes. No problem. No problem. Yeah. Is it okay if I type the questions in the chat box and then you all can get back to these questions and sort it? Oh, no, 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 no. I haven't started the sorting yet. Sorting is a very good topic that I haven't started yet. No, you can just combine it as it is. No, no need to sort, okay? Okay, is it okay if I type the questions in the chat box and later on you can work on that? Is it okay? Shall I start with the 2D array? I want to just show it to you.
Yes, ma'am, it is completely fine.
Okay, okay, okay. So 2D array, I just want to show it to you. Wow. What is it and how? You already know 1D array. If you have done single 2-3 programs, you will be able to understand it. Otherwise, I'll type out the question here. 2D array is again very simple. Are you all able to see my screen?
No, ma'am.
Oh, it's not on present. Oh, wait, wait. Yes, yes. Right, okay, yes. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yes, 2D array is like matrix only, huh? You know matrices in mathematics, right? The same way this is for 2D array. If you know how to do the pattern programs, you will be comfortable in 2D array. Because pattern programs will require 2 loop from you. The same thing you are doing in 2D array also, okay? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, and this will continue till m number of columns and n number of rows and whatever you are inputting. Okay, now the first element will be always 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, like that. Okay, it goes on and on. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, like that. Now, if I want to create 2D array, instead of writing just one bracket, I'll put 2 brackets here. No difference, right? If I put 2 brackets, it's going to be a 2D array, right? If, let me show it to you here itself. Here itself, I'll show it to you. Wait. Here only I can show it to you. If you are writing, okay. If I'm writing that farm, say for example, farm is a 2D array. Okay. I just have to put 2 brackets for mentioning a 2D array. Same thing, no change, right? Here you have to mention how many number of rows you want, how many number of columns you want. First is rows, second is columns, okay? Right, this is indexed, usually we index it by I, this by J. First is rows, second is columns, okay? As it is a 5 cross 5, it's going to be a square matrix, right? Just like this 3, 3, right? Now, let me just reduce the size to 3, 3. It will be easy for us to input also. You have declared the array, okay? Array creation done. If I don't initialize it, if I don't initialize any values here, if I don't give any values here, still all the values will be 0, okay? This array will have the default value 0, 0, 0. It means in the back end, this is created. This is created in the back end already with 0, 0, 0. All values are 0, okay? Now, if I want to input this value from user in ith column jth record, which is nothing but 0, 0, right? If I want to input values here, I will require 2 loops, right? For your pattern programs, you all have used these loops. The same loop will come here, no change, not a single bit of change, okay? Same 2 loops you are going to use because they both address the same issue, 0, 0, right? Less than 3 and j plus plus, okay? Now I want to input something. All right, let us input something. In form of ij, I want to input some integer from user. What I am doing here is that form of ij, initially, when I is 0, in the first row, when I is 0 and j is 0, whatever value user enters is stored in this first kanu, first box, right? Then the inner loop executes always first. So j increments and j becomes 1. When j becomes 1, I is still 0 and this will be your j. Hence, the input is stored in the second kanu, second box, right? Again, inner loop solves first, I is still 0. J increments to 2 and 0, 2. So this value is entered by user, right? When j becomes 3, this condition is false and I increments itself to 1. So now we are pointing here in this row. Okay, I is pointing here. Again, j will start with 0. The entered value you are entering is 1, 0. Then 1, 1. 1, 2, which means these 3 values. Are you getting this? Are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody is getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what we are doing is the same way you are doing. If you, the reason of pattern programs is this only, you will be able to access array very easily if you know pattern programs, okay? If you know pattern programs, then it is very easy. Same way in the same loop, when I will become, when not here, sorry, when I will become 2 here, right? Then j again starts with 0 and you're filling up the values for 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. This value filling is done. If I want to print the records, should I use the same loop? Oh, it was a question. If I want to print this record that user has entered, should I use the same loop for printing or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you
ma'am,
can.
we can use that.
Yes, I am using the same loop for printing now, okay? But now you help me with printing. I want to print in a matrix kind of format. You help me. What shall I write here? I don't know how to print.
मैम फोर लूप के अंदर जो मतलब सेकंड फोर लूप के अंदर एक वो सब नंबर प्रिंट होंगे और जो फर्स्ट सेकंड फोर लूप के बाहर है ना मैम न्यू लाइन डालना पड़ेगा क्योंकि उसके बाद वो नीचे जाएगा कंट्रोल वो वहां पे प्रिंट होगा.
Yes, so here you can use simple print, right? Na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And ij, right? Same indexing ij. And
Yes,
here
ma'am.
I will just use a simple SOPLN to print new line, right?
यस मैम, यस मैम।
Yes.
और मैम आई और जे के बाद थोड़ा मैम स्पेस होगा तो भी अच्छा रहेगा, तो अच्छा दिखेगा मैम।
हाँ, यहाँ पे ना, because if there are 2-digit numbers, then after printing it, you can put /t or something, right?
यस मैम।
Right, for putting 5 spaces. Yes, you are right. So what is it asking? It is directly asking me the input. Yes, I haven't entered SOP statements here. Oh, so it is directly asking me the input. Okay, I'll input this same numbers only. Okay, I will input 1 to 9. Why? 3 times this will have to run, 3 times this will run. 3 cross 3, 9 times this loop is going to run. Same here, 9 times the same loop will run, right? And it prints the value in this fashion, right? Matrix format. Okay, any questions in how to input the values? Why 2 loops we are using? What should come in here? What any simplest question you ask me for 2D array? Simplest question. No questions. Are you sure? Oh, you can see the program. See the program, analyze it. Okay. Yes, any questions, anybody? No questions? Are you sure? Okay, good. Then I have a question for you. If you don't have any questions, I have a question for you. Given the matrix, okay, given this 2D array or given a matrix, I want you to formulate.
Ma'am, mic is muted, I think.
Ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am.
Hello, I actually lost my connection. You all are here, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now
Yes. Okay. Given, are you able to see this figure? Given this matrix of any size m comma n, I want you to figure out a formula that sums only the corner elements of the matrix. Okay, only the corner elements. Will you be able to do this? Not right now, at home. Will you be able to do it? Figuring out a formula that will sum only the corner elements of this matrix. Will you be able to do this?
हम try कर सकते हैं.
Okay. Yes, no problem. You can try, no worries. Okay. Given the input matrix of m comma n size, figure out the formula. It's a general formula. You can even make it using maths also. Okay. This summation of all the elements. Only the corner elements. Okay. Corner, bottom, right, top, bottom, all these 4 corners. Okay. I'll take attendance and then you all can leave. I have already. Divyajit. Okay. Yashang. Okay. Dipin.
Ma'am, AI4 present.
AI4. Yashang is present.
Yes.
Dipin.
Big data 4 is even present.
Riddhi is present? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, big data one also present.
Oh, why? Then you were not there initially.
Big data 10, no, 3 also Anuj.
One
Big
by
data 3.
Rohan is there?
Ma'am, Divyajit is also present.
Ma'am, Anuj, big data 3.
Anuj.
I'm AI6. AI6.
Yashraj is there?
Ma'am, AI 18.
No, I haven't reached there yet. Wait. Okay. Now, Dipen, Tushar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, Yash,
Present.
Darshan Manyar, Parmar.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, both are present. Fine. Udayraj,
Present, ma'am.
Rishabh, Ivanchi.
Present.
Yes. Janvi,
Present, ma'am.
Anushali, Harshvardhan.
Ma'am, present.
Okay. Vijayraj,
Present, ma'am.
Gadhania,
Present, ma'am.
Avinash,
Present, ma'am.
Lingani, Arjun, Maharana, Tanmay Raj,
Yes, ma'am.
Jignesh Prasad.
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Sushil Prasad. You all can leave the session. If you're taking the attendance, you can leave. Dhruvi,
Yes, ma'am.
Naitik, Dharmik,
Present, ma'am.
Mohammed, Runal,
Present, ma'am.
Arpit, Meghna,
Yes, ma'am.
Yash,
Present.
yes, Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
Samir Alam,
Present, ma'am.
Isha,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Vibhusha,
AI34 is also present. It's written in chat box.
Present, ma'am.
Vibhusha,
Present, ma'am.
yes, yes. Om Parik, Aditya,
Present, ma'am.
Kriplani is there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya Jain, Dhakan,
Present, ma'am.
Priyank, Nikita,
Present, ma'am.
Girish,
Present, ma'am.
Pathik.
Yes, ma'am.
Enrollment number 62,
Yes, ma'am.
61, 61 was there. 59, yes, 59, 60,
Yes, ma'am.
63,
Yes, ma'am.
64 present, 65, 73, Muhammad,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, Darshan Raj,
Present, ma'am.
yes, Jaideep, Jaideep is there, no? Okay. Smriti is present, yes. Vaishali,
Present, ma'am.
also there. Yes, yes. Vasu, Kunal,
Present, ma'am.
Ali but present. Yes, you all can leave the session.
Ma'am, 73 AI. Whole day.
73 AI, whole day, yes, present. Okay. Yes, yes, you all can leave the session.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, what happened?
Ma'am, wait.
You are sharing your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Okay, what happened?
Yeah.
What is the question?
Ma'am, that array merge.
Oh, okay, okay. What happened? Oh, yes, yes. You will need another loop for copying another array. Oh, initially you're copying in the first loop itself. Okay, good. For second, you are inputting the element, but you are copying at which location? A plus I.
मतलब
Minus.
इसके जैसे वो 3 तक था तो इसको तो 4 से चालू होना पड़ेगा ना
हम्म,
कॉपी कर
हाँ ओके नहीं हो रहा वहां पे 0 आ रहा है ऐसा हो रहा है सब में
मैं मतलब ये भी स्किप हो जा रहा है देखो 2 भी स्किप हो जा रहा है इसका
ओके फिर 3
और ये 5 तक तो जा ही नहीं रहा
हाँ इस समझ गई
मैं पहले मैंने ये नहीं डाला था कंडीशन निकाल दी थी और सिर्फ ये रखा था तो ये आ रहा था ऊपर वाला ये फिर भी ज्यादा एक्यूरेट था सिर्फ 2 नहीं आ रहा था इसमें
हाँ ओके आई अंडरस्टैंड ओके इज इट ओके इफ यू शेयर दिस विथ मी Manjwani, is it okay? If you email me or telegram me, I'll just dry run and check it on my own, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I will email you.
Yes, no problem. Yes, you all can leave this session. Yeah, no problem. Yes.
Do you have any idea regarding chatbot, making chatbot?
Chatbot?
Yes, ma'am. Hackathon. RMC.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. But actually, I have 4th lecture also. Panjwani, I have lunch right now.
Okay. We will talk later, ma'am. I will email you.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, no problem, Panjwani. Yeah.
Ma'am, you there or left?